the things that are ever changing with COVID-19. I know when this all started and the announcements that were made, they have made changes to those announcements. So what I'm sharing today is the latest update. Things can change, and we'll keep you updated as when it does, if it does. So this call is mainly just for the financial assistance that's available to individuals. There are benefits that are Canada-wide and then some that are province-specific. So I'll go through the presentation and then we'll wait to have questions at the end. So right now, they've implemented the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. That will give $2,000 a month for the next 4 months, and that's for employees and entrepreneurs that aren't working because of this virus, COVID-19. Also, the 1 week waiting period for EI has been waived. And if you are going to take the sick benefits with EI, which is 15 weeks, you don't need a medical certificate. So they have waived the medical certificate. So if you are sick or being quarantined for COVID-19, you can apply for EI, and you won't need to provide the medical certificate. They have boosted the child tax benefit for those with kids. It's going to be $300 for this current tax year of 2019 to 2020. That will be $300, and they're looking to have that paid out as part of the May benefit. That is a one-time payment. In addition, so that's Canada-wide. Now, in addition, Ontario has announced that they're going to pay a one-time payment of $200 to parents with kids under 12 years of age. The amount would be $250 for kids with special needs, and that's due to the school closure. Next, we have the GST, again, a one-time payment. It's going to change for everyone because that's based on your 2018 taxes, so your family income for 2018. They have guidelines, so it's about, the average is $400 for an individual and $600 for couples. To give you an example, for a single guy, his annual GST credit amount would be $290, and GST is paid every quarter, so every 4 months. So every 4 months, this single individual was getting $72. So the benefit that's going to be paid to him, the one-time benefit, is $290. So it's safe to say whatever your benefit was for GST for the year for 2019-2020, you can see that amount, and that's going to be paid next week on the 9th. So you would have probably got your regular GST payment yesterday, the April payment, and then this special payment will be April 9th. For individuals that have not been working or receiving Ontario Works, the government is spending $50 million to provide emergency payments to people that are already on it. Now, they haven't released details on what that would look like per individual, but just know there'll be additional benefits coming. They've also announced Ottawa is planning a one-time payment for about 12 million people earning low to moderate income. Those figures haven't been released, but the example they stated was a parent with 2 children would get about $1,500. They're looking to send that out in May. Okay, so more information on the Canada Emergency Response Benefit and who can apply. You have to be obviously residing in Canada, be at least 15 years old, and have stopped working because of COVID-19. You can still get this emergency even if you are eligible for EI. You can get them both, but even if you are eligible for EI, you can still apply to get this benefit. You would need to have had income of at least $5,000 in 2019 or the 12 months prior to your application. So again, it's only available if you have stopped working, whether you have been laid off or have 0 hours, or you are taking care of someone that's quarantined or sick with COVID-19, or you're home with your children because of school closure. Dante, please. Once you apply, you could get your payment within 3 days if you sign up for direct deposit. If not, it'll be about 10 days to mail out the payment. The $2,000 is a monthly or every 4-week benefit. They're paying it once for every 4-week period, and every 4 weeks you have to reapply, and the maximum time frame is 16 weeks. So applications are being accepted come Monday, April the 6th. If you have My Account, you can log in and apply there, or you can call the CRA. Now, on the Canada.ca website, they have specific days where people can apply, and they're going by the month, your birth month. So January, February, and March, they want you to apply on Monday, April 6th. April, May, and June, which will be, you can apply on Tuesday, April 7th. July, August, September will be Wednesday, April 8th. October, November, December, you should apply on Thursday, which is April 9th. And any month can apply Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm not sure how, if you have My Account, I'm not sure how, let's say if your birthday is in November and you have My Account and you log in and apply, I'm not sure if it will kick you out or redirect you to apply on April 9th, but this is just the guidelines that they have set up that they want us to follow. So the support for students and recent grads is that they have placed a 6-month freeze, so no interest will be accrued on your loan during that time. And for seniors, they have reduced the minimum required amount for our registered retirement income funds by 25%, that's for 2020. They've also doubled the guaranteed annual income system for those seniors that get that benefit. That benefit currently is $166, so they're doubling it for the next 6 months to $366. They have deferred the deadline for income tax from April 30th to June 1st. However, they do urge people that will be getting, let's say, GST or child tax benefit to still apply as early as possible. If you have a mortgage, they have suggested that you should talk to your bank because there will be deferral. I think up to 6 months. I know RBC is doing up to 6 months. Not sure about the other banks, but you know, if you have lost your job or been laid off or just home with the kids and not receiving income, speak to your bank. They should be able to help you. If you pay rent, if you can still pay your rent, they urge you to do that. If not, and it's a choice between rent and food, you know, Doug Ford, Justin Trudeau, they have said, you know, obviously buy food, but speak to your landlord, try to make an arrangement, pay what you can. Now, how to protect your credit during this time. So yes, you've lost your job, Romeo. You've lost your job, been laid off, and you're worried that, you know, you can't make your credit card payment, your loan payment, your car payment. If you have anything, let's say if you put your rent payments on hold or your mortgage payments on hold, please go in the room, please. Use that to at least pay the minimum. Now, Equifax has stated that you can put a little brief statement on your consumer report saying the negative amounts that are outstanding are due to the coronavirus. That will, you know, let any potential lenders know, you know, in September, October, if you apply for anything, that, you know, these missed payments were due to COVID-19. Now, back to, okay, I believe that's it. I think I did share who can apply and the reasons. Also, like I mentioned, even if you are available to apply for EI, you can still apply for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. EI gives a maximum of $573 a week. Now, if you were to, let's say, get $400 under the EI rules, you are still allowed to apply for the emergency response benefit and get the $500. They're not, they will not pay you less. And everyone that applies for the emergency response benefit will get $500, regardless if you were going to get more with EI or less. You're going to get $500. If your hours, sorry?
It's me. I have a question.
Hi. Could you just hold till I'm going to be done? Just, yeah. If your hours have been reduced, you are not eligible to sign up for the response benefit. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Now I'll open up for questions.
Yeah, just one question for me.
Yeah.
So I got laid off on the March 31st.
Yes.
I'm still receiving a package. So are people receiving packages part of those who can claim the government's benefits?
Okay, EI, you could still apply for EI. So EI wouldn't kick in for you until your package like they'll calculate how long that package will last you based on what pay you were getting on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And then your EI would kick in. The emergency response benefit has said nothing about if you have received a package. You can still apply. If there are questions there asking you if you do have a package, of course, put what you made, and then they'll let you know if you'll still receive that $500. Based on everything that I've heard and seen, if you have been laid off, you're getting the $500 every week in one payment every 4 weeks.
Michelle, Julia. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Juliet.
Oh, hi. So I work a second job, and my second job does, actually I'm on a layoff, which I'm not getting any hours due to the COVID. Would I be eligible to apply for the CRB benefit?
So, but you have another job.
I have another job, yes.
Yeah, I don't believe they're going to. I don't believe so, but again, I would say just apply next week and see what happens, because second jobs, we don't know if people's second jobs, you were, what the income was. But I know, like, they have specifically said, if you have any income, you can apply.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, so because it's
even if they've given you, let's say, 5-10 hours, they're saying not to apply.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have 0 hours.
Okay.
No income.
Okay.
In the meantime, someone finds a job. Does that mean that they have to stop? Like, it doesn't mean like it's a job that pays. If in the meantime I find something, but that's, I don't know, pay me $100 a week.
Yes, unfortunately, they would say you're no longer eligible. So honestly, I wouldn't take that part-time job for $100, because you're getting paid $500 a week with COVID, unless because you still have mortgages and rent to pay, families to take care of, kids potentially to feed, and it's hard to, have this job pay you $100 when there's a benefit out there. But you can't quit your job. If you quit, you will not be eligible for this benefit. So it's like a catch-22.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what if you are working, but your hours are being reduced?
Right. So again, you will not be eligible for the benefits. You can speak with your employer, let them know, because sometimes it's case by case depending, on your employer, and let them know, like, the hours, they're not enough to sustain you. I'm not sure, because what I've seen is, employers are cutting hours. So let's say you have 5 individuals, everybody is getting cut to half. Maybe one person could get, laid off for as long as, this COVID lasts, couple months, and they give another employee the full hours. But again, you would need to speak to your employer to see if, that's something that they can do.
Okay, because even though like today we would normally work till 11:30 and work was done by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so a lot of speak to them and see if they can lay you off, you can then apply for this benefit.
Okay, all right, thanks. Good information.
Michelle, I have a question. I am a self-employed photographer and I do weddings. So I haven't received any income from anybody since March 27th.
Right.
But the potential that a bride for 2021 could give me a deposit that would be holding for next year's wedding. Could I be deferring the income in my tax return? Is it for work?
Well, you're
for
gonna
next
get
year?
that money. You're gonna get that money in 2020.
So the wedding industry works, they pay a year in advance,
Mhm.
6 months in advance. Deposits.
Right, but you're receiving the money actually in 2020.
Yes.
Well, you can still record it in 2020, like we're just in March, but because you're self-employed, you can apply for the benefit.
Right. So I would just be, even though I'm receiving it, let's just say April 16th, I receive a deposit, but I'm deferring it as work that's happening for next year.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna recognize it next year. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any other?
Joe,
Yes?
hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I think someone else is trying to talk. Okay, so I got laid off my job on yesterday.
Okay.
And I do have a small business. It's a cleaning business, and I have about 6 contracts. So out of the 6, I'm only working one right now, once a week for now. So can I still claim for the CERB, or do I have to quit that other job too?
Well, they don't want anyone to quit their jobs because then, right? And again, if you make any money, you won't be eligible for that job.
You mean for the CERB?
You're in the industry that you're in. I don't know if that's considered essential. Cleaning, yeah.
Well, it's for an essential company. It's a construction company, so they are there.
They are still, even as of yesterday.
Well, they're construction, so they're considered essential.
Right, but as of yesterday, there was an announcement that they're shutting down even more construction sites. They're only keeping open essential, meaning the ones that are medical.
Right.
So,
okay.
I don't know as of yesterday if you had any update from that job site.
No, I have to go there because
it could be shut down.
Right. Okay. I'll
Yes.
speak to the owners. Okay.
So if it is shut down, then go ahead and apply. If not, you wouldn't qualify because you have some income.
Right. And I can apply for my EI and the CERB at the same time.
Right. Well, EI probably wouldn't take out. You're still you're self-employed. So self-employed are not eligible.
Well, it's part-time gig. I work full-time, but I got laid off yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And then my cleaning is a side hustle, right?
But
that is registered.
Do you claim that? Like, do you do taxes for that business?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. So one thing I should say, if you have multiple jobs, if you're an entrepreneur and you do multiple things, if they all stop, you'll only get one benefit. So you don't get a benefit for each job that you have.
Right.
Right. So you got laid off from your full-time job. You're going to get the benefit. You're going to get the emergency response benefit. Just apply like you got laid off, which you did. You laid off. And leave it at that.
Should I do both?
No, because it doesn't matter how many jobs you have. Like, I say it doesn't matter, but then it does matter. So it doesn't matter. Like for you, you got laid off. You had one job,
right?
And you got laid off. Applied using, your record employment that.
I haven't applied yet because everything was yesterday.
Right.
So I
So this
apply for
coming
the-
week,
Right.
apply. I honestly think that your cleaning job is gonna halt because based on yesterday's announcement, unless it's like a hospital construction site, you're probably not going to have that last contract that you have.
Right.
Yes. So for you, I would go ahead and apply and you'll get it. And it's also good for me to know, to let you guys know that if after the 4 months, the 16 weeks that the benefit is paying out, if your circumstances hasn't changed, you haven't found a new job, or your employer hasn't hired you back, you can then go on to EI.
Okay.
Oh.
So you think it'll be better just to apply for the CERB than the EI?
Well, yeah, so any new applications that are starting after March 16th, if you apply to EI, they're going to move that over to the respective.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, Michelle, I have a question.
Yes.
I have two older daughters who are working and receiving money from their employer still,
Okay.
but they've been laid off. They're eligible to apply.
Yeah, so they both individually can apply for the benefit, and regardless of what their income is, they're gonna get $500.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
But you have to put sleep underneath the shoe rack. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Samantha. Okay, for child tax benefit, does it each child is gonna receive it or based on your income?
It's each child.
Does it matter on your income or not? Does it
No.
matter? Because I know it affects your income.
Yeah, child tax, yes, is based on your income, but this one-time payment because it's, a COVID benefit, it's just $300.
Okay, what about the GST? Is it based on your income as well?
Yes, the
Doesn't
GST
matter.
it does matter. So so if you receive GST and you got, your regular payment yesterday, if you multiply that by 4, that is, that's the amount that you got per year. That's the amount that you got per year. That amount is what you potentially will be getting on the 9th of April.
So if you didn't receive any on yesterday check, that means you're not gonna get it on Monday.
Okay.
Then.
Right. So for people that were not eligible for GST, they're going to look into it, is what they're saying. You may still receive something. It may not look like the average, that they stated. The average person may get $400. The average couple may receive $600. But if you were not entitled to GST because you made too much money, you may still potentially get something.
I have a question again, Michelle, because maybe I missed the top of your meeting, about like for families with child tax benefits and stuff like that. Could you repeat that for me, please?
Yes.
Sorry.
So the child tax, they're paying $300 per child.
Okay.
They're going to pay that out in May as part of your May benefits. So, for a person that has 2 kids, that's going to look, roughly like $600 for 2 kids.
What's
Thank
the
you.
age for those children?
Pardon?
For the child tax benefit, what's the age again?
It's up to 18.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so on the 18th birthday that month, that's the last month you'll receive.
So what are they increasing it to again? I missed that.
$300.
Is that per child,
per child.
per month?
No, just in May, as
Just in
part
May.
of your May. Yes.
Okay.
They also announced the $200 amount that will be paid out. They're shooting for May, and that's for kids under 12 years old.
Right. Okay. So I've got a 12-year-old son, a 16-year-old, and a 14-year-old.
Okay, so
So
that's,
in May, I should then receive $900 just in May.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I have another quick question that has to do with HST, but it's from the business perspective. So the quarterly
Payment.
give back my HST that I received from people.
Sorry, you're breaking.
What is the government doing with them receiving HST?
Sorry, can you repeat that? You were breaking up, Lisa.
Sorry. So for my business, paying HST back to the government from what people paid me between January and March.
Yes.
Are they halting submissions? Are they deferring the payment, or?
I believe I read that they are, but let me take that away and then I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we wrap up? Okay, well, thanks.
Hey, Michelle.
Sorry?
Hey, Michelle, it's Vivian. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just had one question. Do you mind just going over the payment installment for both the EI and the emergency benefit just one more time? And are they going to be...
Okay, so EI, there's a maximum benefit that you could get, and that's $573 a week. With the emergency benefit, it's $500 a week, regardless if you would get less with EI or EI, the emergency benefit is just paying $500. Now, if you do apply for EI anytime after March 15th, they're going to transfer the application to the emergency benefit. So if you were going to get EI, you get the emergency response.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that pays once every four weeks. So it's not a bi-weekly like EI. It's going to be a one-time payment every 4 weeks, and every 4 weeks you can reapply if your situation hasn't changed.
Perfect. So you reapply just the same way that you applied the first time?
Exactly.
Okay.
Michelle, just a quick question to clarify. So if I'm currently employed, still working my full-time hours, but I have my 3 kids with me, like
Yes.
if I were to leave my job, would I qualify for the emergency benefit, just to clarify?
Yes, because so if you have to leave your job to stay at home with your kids because of the school closures, you qualify.
And then what about my job just accommodated me this week, allowing me to work from home, but now I'm home literally working my full 45 hours.
Yes.
Full time with the 3 kids at home.
It's kind of hard.
I managed, and I thank God that I got to Friday, but then now, depending on how long this goes, do I have that ability if I wanted to step away from work?
You do, but you would have to speak with your employer. Yeah. And but if they do give you that time, then you can apply and you would qualify because it's COVID-19 related.
So if they didn't grant me that, then if they're like, because I know they need me, like I know that's kind of why they accommodated me to come home, but this week was they were great kids. I said, but it's a lot to really take phone calls and emails. Our work has not slowed down, it's picked up, right? And here I am at home, the kids manage, but I just don't think that would be fair to them if this goes on for another 2 to 3 months.
Right. Yeah. Especially now with learning being online as of Monday. But no, don't quit your job.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, amen.
yeah. So speak to your employer and let them know that, you know, it's really challenging for you to work and still, you know, function with the kids at home. And you just feel it's best, you know,
Mhm.
for the next couple months or while, you know, school is closed,
Right.
that, you know, you focus on the kids at home and see what they say.
But then if they ended up saying, okay, we'll
Very
be,
accommodating.
yeah,
Some not so much. So
yeah. Because then if they said to me, well, we'll just reduce your hours to help you out, then
you won't
I still don't
qualify.
qualify.
Yeah, you won't qualify. So let, you know, yes, it's, you know, you're making this decision based on your family, but also financially as well. So even if
Yeah.
you do reduce your hours, you know, which let's say reducing your hours is less than $2,000 a month, it's not
I could,
financially, yeah,
okay.
feasible.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll just wrap up. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope it gave you more clarity as to what is available to you. And I hope that you all will join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pastor Brian has an amazing word for us on YouTube Live. Take care, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Michelle.
Michelle. Thank you.
Michelle.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.